Hi YouTube, this is Sasha and Alicia with Chat Tea.
We are two best friends living in two different states that chat all things reality on Bravo, TLC, and ABC. Forgot what I was doing.
And whatever else we want to watch eventually.
Whatever we want to do.
Today we are going to talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We are on episode 2. Before we get into it though, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Really helps us out more than you guys know. And also, if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the bell. Make sure you guys don't miss any of the reviews or chit chats with us that we have going on. Okay, so let's get into episode 2. We get right back into it and get right back into the drama at Meredith's birthday party at Jen's chalet.
Mm-hmm.
So we get right back into it, and it's just Jen, like, in a room screaming. A couple of her friends are in there, and she's yelling and screaming about Mary. And it felt like a weird start to me for the episode. Like, I know it's where we left off, but I don't know. We don't know this chick yet, and it just made her come off kind of annoying.
Annoying and definitely
overdramatic.
self-centered.
Yeah, very self-centered.
Dramatic. And I'm like, it's not even, so this whole incident too, it's like, even Heather says later on in a confessional, she's like, I don't understand why we're still talking about this. And I'm like, no. I feel you, Heather. Like, I'm done talking about it.
We've only watched you for an hour in our life, and we're already done talking about it.
Yeah, and it's like, Heather's like, I don't get it. And
I don't get it either.
On one hand, like, I don't know if I can see what... It's just hard, because obviously Jen just came from a traumatic experience, but, like, yeah. I don't know.
It should be easily squashed.
I have 50 thoughts about that, because I'm like, then don't go. If you're that fragile,
yeah.
Why do you even join the girls for dinner? And then, now you're getting all upset, but it doesn't... I'm glad to see all the other girls are like, why are we fighting over this? I don't get it. So.
Probably for drama. And that is one thing with these shows I always wonder. I mean, yes, I know a lot of it is, like, hyped up for the camera. So is Jen just like, all right, it's our first season. You know, I got to make this relevant. Let me really do it up on this one thing that's not that big of a deal. So, so Mary comes in, though, and she kind of tries to explain to Jen that she wasn't trying to be mean. She had a traumatic experience. She had a bunch of surgeries. They don't get into why or what the surgeries were for, really, but she had a bunch of surgeries and had to be in the hospital for like 30 days. And it was such a traumatic experience for her, she like hates the smell. And then she did apologize to Jen for it. And Jen, for now, is accepting it, but it's more begrudgingly and more to just because, you know, they're at the party and everyone's basically telling her, like, shut up and accept Mary's apology. Yep. But this definitely isn't over. We're going to see more of it. I wish we'd see more of other things, but apparently that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then we have Whitney and Lisa get into it.
Yep.
Okay. So I definitely had to go back to the pictures while I was watching this because you're right. So Lisa and Meredith, I keep getting them mixed up because they look so similar and we don't know them well enough yet to like catch the mannerisms.
I mixed them up when we were talking about them on episode 1, but that's
did. I definitely mixed them up there too. And then like they jump back and forth wearing the same fluffy jacket in a different color. It's definitely going to take me a bit to get them straight. So
let me ask you then. So their little fight. Oh, I guess we should get the quick synopsis. But
their little fight about the gifted Vita tequila wine. Vita tequila, I think that was it.
Vita tequila, yeah.
Or Vita tequila alcohol. Lisa's company gifted it to Whitney for her vow renewal thing. So they're still fighting about it. The bartenders apparently... she gifted her the alcohol, but then she also sent along 2 bartenders, which was nice to like serve it at the party and put up a little table and do that whole thing. So it's nice, but it's also promotion. I mean, when you're going that far to send your own bartenders and your own table, it's to promote your business. That's what you're 100%. Also doing it for. But Whitney just wanted to like take her aside and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know the bartenders you sent, they kind of had a little fun at the party too. And, you know, we've all been there. They're probably younger, you know, they're sneaking drinks. So they got a little drunk. They might have broke a few glasses at her party. But Whitney just wanted to tell her, like, hey, if you know, I just wanted to let you know because those are the people who are working for you. Like, I thought you would want to know.
And that's the way that I took it because, okay,
that's what
you're a bar. You and your husband are bar owners.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you feel if, yes, like, say I was having an event and you gifted me some, hey, we'll get the liquor from the bar. Apparently, Lisa wasn't even invited to this thing, though. She says later.
That's strange.
That was strange to me. So
because there were a lot of people there.
So then my question is, did Whitney ask for it or did she just, I think she just gifted it, right?
Well, Lisa said Whitney asked for it. She called her up and asked her if she would, you know, if she could get some of her tequila. And I don't know if she meant like buy it or have it, but Lisa apparently thinks like, oh, she's calling me up and wants me to give her a bunch of tequila for her party.
Yeah.
So she says that's what she did it for. But if I were to gift you a bartender from our bar and I was going to pay the bartender to come to your party at your house and set up and serve your guests with or without my liquor, if they ended up getting trashed and breaking stuff in your house, I would definitely want to know. And if you told me, I wouldn't be like, oh, how dare you, you're ungrateful. I would be like, oh, great. All right. Then I'm never going to use them to do an event, a private event again. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, and that's the bigger thing. She's talking to her husband later about this incident, and her husband's totally on her side.
I thought her husband would be like, hey, like, oh, that's good she told you we can't use it. I couldn't believe it when the husband sat there and was like, well, people just don't appreciate your generosity.
Well, and it was funny, too, because they then go say, I'm not going to lose my license because she's spreading lies. However, or talking shit or whatever she said. However, if you are sending people out in public that think it's okay to get drunk on the job, I don't care what state you live in, and especially Utah, the liquor laws are so tight that if the liquor board sees this, she will lose her shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
For them serving liquor at a private party like that?
For them getting drunk on the job.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's not allowed. I don't care who you work for. If they prove that they got drunk on the job and was destructive and she dismisses it, I will guarantee you they will open up an investigation. So all the liquor stores, all the liquor things in Utah are state-owned. So they're run by Mormons and Republicans. They're not privately owned. They're not privately owned. And they don't even want them in the state. So they'll use any excuse. Like, they've actually shut down liquor stores and cost the state billions of dollars in revenue.
That's insane.
Yeah, you go to a liquor store in Utah, it's like waiting outside for a club. I can only imagine. Well, they don't have capacities. No, it really is. I waited outside an hour and a half one time to get to a liquor store.
Oh my God. What about like beer and wine? Can you get that?
Beer you can get in the stores, but not wine.
Not wine? Oh. Can you get like our wine shipments delivered?
Nope.
Oh. That's terrible.
No, that's the main reason, and I mean it's not just him an alcoholic, but like that's the main reason why I won't go back because it's like I just want to go and have a drink. I couldn't do it. Stacy could never. You couldn't go to a restaurant and just have a. You couldn't go to a restaurant. You can't go to a restaurant and just have a glass of liquor. You can't.
What about
wine or beer? You have to have food on the ticket.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So kind of like where we're at right now with our laws.
Where you're at right now, exactly, but not where you were 6 months ago.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Utah's been like that forever, and the beer used to be 3.2%. It's now
crazy.
5 because Budweiser said if you don't do our minimum run, we won't supply your state anymore.
Oh wow.
So they had to change the law. They had to change it. Yeah. So they're strict. I will guarantee you, if they saw this, they would start an investigation. Because I'd be curious if I'm sure she had to have a permit to have them there. And I'd be curious if they were gifted, if they really had it. Oh, they're
I didn't think about all that.
The liquor
This should
laws
be
are,
interesting then to see if anything comes of it, like out in the media.
I
Because
doubt it because they don't advertise that stuff. They keep all that scandalous stuff as secretive as possible because like two of the major news stations are owned by the church.
oh,
And they
okay.
don't want that image getting out there.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you
why
know how
when
it goes though with these people when these reality stars, once they blow up, everybody starts snooping
oh yeah.
and things
Oh
come
yeah.
out. Oh man. Yeah, so I feel like Whitney did the right thing, and Whitney even said when she walked
Absolutely.
away, she was like, "I don't think she took it how I was trying to say it. I think she's mad at me." So I mean, she at least like she's not stupid. She realized that interaction didn't go well right when she walked away,
Which
and
is
then
so crazy because obviously Lisa's not going to bitch if she walks up and tells her how great it was and how well everything went and thank you again for doing that.
yeah,
So it's like, but because she has something negative to say, and that's probably why Lisa got so upset. She didn't want that on camera.
yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. But I mean, you can't help sometimes the people you have working for you when you try out new people,
It happens. People
Uh,
get fired all the time.
Yeah, and people are people. Like you can't have a big company and tons of people working for you and everyone is magnificent. It just doesn't work
Mm-hmm.
like that. So she needs to
Exactly.
get over it. The way she stormed out of the party too afterward,
I'm done and leaves. Yeah.
yeah, that was a little much for me. I'm good. Um yeah. She's she's like negative right now in my book on the like meter. Yeah, not happy with her. Okay, and then they pop over to Meredith. Okay, so Meredith and Lisa are the one I was getting confused on
Yeah.
episode 1. Okay, so now we pop over to Meredith, and Meredith is at dinner with her husband. And this shocked me. Like,
Me too.
I literally out loud was like, wait, what? Like, what? When
I was like, did I miss something?
I
Like,
thought,
where did this come from?
yeah, I definitely thought I missed something. So, what we're talking about, guys, if you don't know, her husband asked her if her friends knew that they were separated. And I guess that's why he's making all the little jokes about being overworked and undersexed. It seems like
Apparently.
they
And
have some work
Meredith, okay,
to do.
I gotta go backwards a minute. Keep talking.
Okay. It seems like they have some work to do on their marriage. Um, and I don't know. I'm sure we'll get into it more, but apparently they are technically separated right now. They're trying to work it out. And she has not told any of her friends or family. I don't know if their kid knows or not. I mean, he has a good excuse because he's always working in Chicago, right?
Yeah, that's what I was looking up. I wanted
Yeah.
to remember that she had the husband that was working out of. I guarantee you, the
Yeah.
kid knows.
Yeah.
Guarantee you. That kid's too old not to know.
Yeah, I mean, kids
And-
aren't stupid.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. And
so them kind of like, it was a little bit uncomfortable for me to watch. I mean, just kind of, getting into it and them kind of arguing a little bit and you could see the struggle. But,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're at a nice
Mhm.
dinner together. It looks like they're attempting to make it work. Or, I don't know. He flat out asked her, though, if she saw, like, their marriage being, like, a forever marriage. So,
Yep.
it tells me that he seems like he would be willing to walk away if that's what she wanted. It seems like she
Yeah.
wants to like make it work and she wants to stick it out and he's like, all right, well, we can try it, but that these are my thoughts.
Yep.
Not that I know, but these are my thoughts. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't. Anyway, so yeah, that was a shocker.
It was interesting.
I mean,
Yeah, it was interesting.
yeah, we're getting some big bombs dropped right off the bat with this one.
Yeah, we
Next we have next scene. They have the girls are going to go for a ski day. So a couple of the girls are getting outfitted for new boots, getting their boards waxed, all that kind of stuff, getting their cute outfits on.
It is all the stuff. Yeah.
I did like that Mary had to be like in her Chanel ski suit. She couldn't, just have a regular one. It had to be Chanel. Although I did like that it didn't look like as fluffy and like uncomfortable like
I was
the
gonna say, like,
Marshmallow
yeah, I
Man.
know there's other brands, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I always feel like the kid from A Christmas Story when I go to the story.
Exactly. I don't like
So,
walking
but
like that.
mine is also more for warmth too. Like, I don't know how, I would love to know how warm her pants were because she was doing snow angel in them. And I'm like,
Yeah, because if they're supposed to be ski pants, you would hope that they were made with like a special material to keep all the warmth
usually
in.
they are. They have a
Yeah.
lining. All ski pants, I don't know how experienced you are with ski pants, but they do have a lining.
Yeah.
They do have a lining, and then it just depends on what's in the middle of
What's
them,
in the
whether it
middle.
makes it poofy or not. I
Yeah.
mean, but I always do ski brands. Like Chanel's not a ski brand. I do
No,
Burton.
it's
I do
not.
K2.
No.
I do, Solomon. I do actual ski brands.
I don't snowboard anymore. I haven't done it for so long. I think I'd break my butt. So, yeah, it's probably not going to happen for me any time again. I just want to sit like in the resort, and in the beautiful resorts where they have the beautiful windows that you can see out, and you're in there, and they've got the comfy furniture with the fire going in the bar. I just want to sit in there with a nice cheese plate and a glass of wine.
Utah definitely has that. Utah definitely has that.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's what I want, and I'll watch all of you guys like going down the hill. And just come and check in with me once in a while. Have a glass of wine.
Utah,
I'll bring my Kindle.
Not where they were at. I wish they had gone to the other resorts so you could see it better. But like the lodge is literally right on the mountain, so like we would snowboard down.
So pretty.
And so a lot of the ski lifts you have to, and the one that they were at, Snowbird's a good resort.
Okay.
But you have to take a lift to get to the lifts. Whereas
Brighton, okay.
So that first little lift they were in, that was to take them up to the ski lift.
To the other thing. Okay.
You have to take a lift to a lift. However, Brighton, you park and the lift is right there and the lodge is right there. So
I think I've been to Brighton.
So the Brighton resort, you could theoretically, like if we went with someone like you could stay in the lodge and we could literally ski right into the lodge.
Yeah. See, that's
Whereas at Snowbird, we come down the mountain and then we have to take the tram down to the lodge.
Oh, to get down. Okay. So it's
you
not
wouldn't
as
be able
easy
to watch like all the skiers and the snowboarders come in, but Brighton you do. You just ski right down to the lodge.
Okay, well that's what I want. I want that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll go to Brighton. I like Brighton.
I want that. That would be nice.
Yeah. I know. I like that they get to do that little fun trip, and they can plan it for a day. Like it's kind of nice that they can plan that.
Yeah, because it tripped me up because when she said they were going to plan a little ski trip, in my head it was like, what do you mean a trip? Like you guys are right there. And then later when they said a ski day, I was like, okay, that makes more sense to me.
Just up there, yeah.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
correct.
you can see the mountain. It's right there.
Utah definitely has the best snow on earth.
Yeah. I've only been there once to snowboard, and I mean, I was 22, so this was a long time ago. So, and we drank a lot, and I didn't drive, and I didn't really pay attention where we were going. I wasn't the one who arranged anything, which is why I can't really remember, because I just hopped on somebody else's trip, So it was like, I don't remember anything. I know we drove from Vegas, but I don't remember. Like, I didn't drive. I didn't book at the hotel. I didn't have anything to do with anything. I just showed up.
It's some fun stuff. They have cabins all along. Some of the ski resorts, I actually think Snowbird might have them too, but I know Brighton does. That was the one I used to go all the time, so I know that one the best. But
how close were you?
They actually have cabins along the ski slopes.
So you could just hop out your cabin and go.
Yep, and then you take the lift up and you can keep going down. And then when you're done, you only have to go halfway down the mountain and you ski right into your cabin.
I'd probably forget what cabin was mine and like be lost.
Oh, 100%. I've never stayed in one. I'm jealous, but like, yeah, they definitely have them there.
Someday, can you still ski now, or would you? Like, would you feel comfortable skiing?
I was a snowboarder, and I would, and I want to. I really wanted to start back up this year, and then with me getting laid off and stuff, I'm not going to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
I might still try in January, February. However, in order for me to do it, two things are going to happen. One, I do need to be more consistent working out because that thing will work your body like.
Oh, I know. It's painful.
And number two, I would take a lesson.
Yeah. I'd want to take a lesson.
I would need to take a lesson to get back up on the mountain because it's been so long since I've done it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody there so when I do fall and break my ass, they can carry. The last time I went,
They have
Um,
ass pads now. Have you seen them? I mean, they've had them for a
they
while,
do.
but I definitely
I,
would want to get those because landing on your tailbone, not
Well, I've
fun.
got enough cushion back there. I think I'm okay.
I don't.
It's my head. So the last time
Oh,
I went, I was doing really good. I was coming down, and it was the end of the season, so the ice, or it was a little icier,
hmm.
and I fell, and my board flipped me, and my head slammed against the
Oh,
mountain.
God.
After that, all my friends went in together and bought me a helmet, and then, but the season ended, and I never went
And that
again.
was it.
Because
Oh,
shortly after that is when I moved to California.
oh, geez. Do you still have your helmet?
So I think I do somewhere.
Yeah.
I
I
need
still
to
have my
find it because it
board.
was.
I still have my board and boots shoved in the garage. And I
See,
actually
I
do
don't
have
have
all my
any of that.
I have all my gear, but I definitely know the pants don't fit me anymore. There's no way in hell. Um,
I think I just recently got rid of my pants after
yeah.
going through the closet because I know that was 100 pounds ago when I wore those.
Exactly. That's the problem.
So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I would want to get down 50 pounds before I go though, just because I will feel even more like the Pillsbury Dough girl. That'd be me, guys.
Yeah, and I
So
hate
yeah,
my
but
nose
I'm
running.
hoping to try it again in the spring. I've heard Oregon's. I mean, we're getting so much fresh snow right now.
Yeah.
The problem is our snow's really icy, and Utah's very powdery.
It was nice the one time. I do remember the difference of going there versus going when we just why am I blanking? Like there's like in Vegas, there's like the closest mountain, Mount
Hmm.
Charleston?
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're
I
talking
forget
about.
what it's called, but it's literally like 35, 45 minutes, from where I lived. So
Yeah.
we would just wake up in the morning, some mornings when it was really nice out and go. But yeah, definitely falling on the powdery snow is a lot more
Those places
cushion.
are good. Even California, I'm sorry, Californians that watch this. Like, I mean, I've had friends that have skied and snowboarded both in Utah, California,
Yeah,
Colorado, all these different places. And Utah's definitely the best because there's so much natural snow.
yeah.
California, it's about 30% natural, 70% man.
And then all the man-made, not the
Yeah.
same, not the
Whereas in
same.
Utah, it's been snowing on the mountain, and we're talking like 10, 15 feet in one night. So
Jeez.
everything that's packed down is all still powder.
That's
And so,
crazy.
yeah. So, I mean, it's not like, oh, we get 6, 7 inches and
Yeah.
then we man made 3 feet on top of it. It's, we're getting
Wow.
3, 4, 5 feet and then man making a foot of it. Just so they
Uh,
can open. But yeah, they don't, I mean, even Mount Hood is here in
well,
Oregon. I'm about 45 minutes or an hour. They've already gotten like 11 feet of snow.
oh my God. All right. Well, we're going to have to add to our trip list, a nice trip to one of the pretty Utah ski lodges,
That would be
resorts.
really fun. That
Yeah,
would be really fun.
that would be fun. I think we
Park
should do
City
that.
would be fun because you would love all the. Park City's very touristy, but they're downtown, which is where actually
Oh,
we could go visit What's Her Butt's jewelry shop.
oh, okay.
But they
Yeah.
have all like the little
Yeah.
like
All the
Park
cute
City
stuff.
is what you envision of a ski town, and
Yeah.
they have all the cute little shops,
Oh,
and
that
you
would
would
be
love
fun.
that.
I'd love that.
We'll plan a trip.
Okay. Next, we'll plan a trip. I like that. That'll be fun. All right. So after the ski day, the girls go to dinner, and it's funny because they like the voiceover. She was like, "So how long does it take, 8 girls to get ready for dinner after a day of skiing?" And I was like, 4 hours? And she's like, 3.5 hours. And I'm like, yep, sounds about right. So they show up to dinner, restaurant's empty, nobody's
This
there.
would annoy me because you can tell that they were probably getting ready to close, and I will
Yeah,
guarantee you the only reason why they actually let them in is because they knew they were filming and they had already gotten the approvals for it
yep,
because this thing was empty.
yeah. Because they already probably set up
Empty.
the lights and set up, but
They probably paid them. I
yeah,
mean, they probably paid them more to stay open because they knew they needed to get the filming in.
yeah, I bet
I will tell you that is like I cannot stand it when me and my friends have a reservation. So 2 of my good friends up here are Mexican. And we set something aside. So the other day we had something planned at 2 o'clock. And my one friend goes, so is that like really 2 o'clock or is that like 3 o'clock?
oh no. And you're like, no.
And it was a virtual baby shower.
Oh,
And the
okay.
mom lives in Michigan. So we were on her time schedule. Yeah, sure shit. Celeste is an hour and a half late.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, we will have reservations for a restaurant at like noon. and we would leave the apartment at noon.
Oh, geez.
And it's like half an hour to get downtown. And then they're like, no, let's just call them. And we've lost reservations before.
Because of it.
Places downtown in Portland are very, really small. So I guarantee if this was any other time, they would have lost it. But because of filming, I think they got to keep it. But, oh my gosh, I'm always so embarrassed.
I think so too. But it was better for the sound and everything for the crew to be able to film with nobody else in there.
And probably better for all the drama that we saw and the drama we will see.
Exactly. And because we saw them get into it, but I'm guessing we're going to get more because so Whitney had talked to Meredith about her little problem with Lisa and was like, let me get Meredith's take on it. Maybe she can help me out. So Meredith gave her the advice that she should talk to Lisa about it.
P.S. Did you realize they were cousins?
Who?
Meredith and Whitney.
Oh, they are? No, I didn't know that. Okay.
Okay, I'm not the only one that missed it.
No.
When did they say it? I think it was in the, I think, how at the very beginning of the show where they kind of show a recap of what happened?
Yeah.
I think that's where they said it.
Oh,
they said
okay.
That they were cousins.
No, I did not know that. Okay.
Side note, I didn't realize that. And I'm like,
so
it's good Lord. It's like they're jumping in like this is season 5 and we missed all this info.
I feel like this too. I feel like there's so much happening.
So apparently they're cousins, which makes more sense because they both came from they really have these strong Mormon backgrounds.
Yeah.
So it does make sense now.
Okay.
A little bit. So anyways.
Okay, so those two, okay. And then the only other relation we have is the married couple that are related.
Yep. Hey, what grandma wants, grandma gets.
So, so Meredith tells Whitney that, she should just talk to Lisa. So Whitney goes ahead and figures that maybe she should just bring it up at this dinner because, that's a good place. And this dinner is not just them. There were a couple other people who were not part of the cast that were at this dinner too. So
one was, I know, Heather's business partner.
And then
I don't know who the
other, I think it was somewhat of Whitney's. Right? Whitney's friend, Whitney's cousin, Whitney's something, but she had the same haircut and everything.
She did.
So it kind of tripped me up for a second. I was like, oh, good Lord, another one that looks like we're going to too many sets of twins on here for me to keep it up.
Yeah. I mean, that fits the Mormon culture. They all look alike there.
That's true. Lisa's pissed, of course. She doesn't want to hear it. She's still pissed off about it. Probably wasn't the greatest thing for Whitney to do is bring it up. But she's pissed about it. And then Heather has to meddle and get into it too.
Well, it started with, I think it was Whitney's friend that said something about how great the girls looked and how she might need help with shopping. And then someone else said something and it got brought up about their attire.
Yeah.
And not judging people.
Yeah.
Because then it flashbacks to 4 months earlier, where Whitney is having a conversation with Lisa and someone else, and Lisa's like, yeah, maybe Meredith can teach, or maybe so-and-so, I forget the names right now, but maybe so-and-so can help you dress better. And she's like, what are you talking about? And she's like,
oh, that's right. Really that's what Lisa said to her. We can help you dress better.
Meredith said something not Meredith, Heather said something about, well, why are we even judging at all? We should stop judging everyone. And then somebody else was like, well, that's Mormon culture.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Yeah.
People are, me being non-Mormon, I will tell you guys, it's like when you walked into a room, they knew.
Yeah.
They knew you weren't Mormon, and they judged you immediately. And
they could just smell it on you. Like the hospital smell.
But I mean, it's not like I was walking in half naked or anything. I mean, I was very, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do the regular, I would never wear this in Utah openly.
Yeah.
It's just not the culture there. And growing up there, you kind of conform to it. So this would be my normal.
Yeah.
Whatever. And so that's what it was. And then Whitney said, well, I've often felt judged by some of you ladies or something like that.
Yeah.
Then it flashes back to that conversation about her wardrobe. And Lisa, bold ass Lisa's like, well, just say it then if you've got a problem with one of us. So that's how it transpired. It started with talking about clothes.
But Lisa.
And then judging.
Yeah, she's just ready for a fight. Like,
yeah, she's definitely the shit stirrer.
She's ready for a fight. She's ready.
She's the dramatic.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'd say Jen's the most dramatic. Lisa comes in at a close second.
Yeah.
And I'm only gauging this a lot on her storming off. But she's more dramatic in your face.
Yes.
I'm going to call you out. Now let's...
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get into a fight with her. I would be like shaking. I would have a hard time having somebody that confrontational in front of my face.
Because she will stare you right in the eyes. Like, there is no wavering with her whatsoever.
No, I'd be like, I'm going to go hide under the table over there now, thanks. Yeah, just someone bring me a glass of wine.
Yeah, because, so going back a little bit between the two of them, and I think this is also what Whitney is referring to, is Lisa had called her up after the party to discuss this whole tequila thing, and basically tells her if she doesn't shut her mouth, she's going to release this rumor that she's a swinger. Lisa's dirty, dude.
She does seem really dirty, and that's absurd. I mean,
Whitney's not wrong. There is a huge, between the plural marriage and stuff, so I had a friend that, sorry guys, Housewives of Salt Lake City is going to have a lot of tangents on it from me, okay? We were doing OC, you see the same from her. But I had a friend that worked for a law firm, and they went through mediation. She helped with, she was a paralegal, and they worked on mediation. Mm-hmm. And so many people were coming in to get divorces, basically because one person wanted something sexually, namely swinging, and the other one didn't.
Okay.
Utah has it's very interesting. They have a lot of closeted. Like, they have, at one point, they had the highest number of paid-for porn subscriptions per capita.
Wow.
They have a very high, one of the highest percentages of prescription drug abuse.
Oh, my gosh.
Because all these soccer moms.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on my tangent, but yeah.
And because baby girl's awake. She's so cute.
Oh, this is the baby girl. Oh, the baby girl.
She's just playing. Playing with her toys.
Looks as funky as mine. My baby girl.
Surprised she's awake so early. She needs to go to sleep. Go back to bed, baby.
Well, what time did you put her down?
11:30.
So 2 hours?
Yeah, usually she's been sleeping 3 hours though at nap time.
Oh,
I'm surprised she's up.
Gotcha.
That's okay. She can hang out for a couple more minutes. She likes
Mom life, guys.
She likes to play in her crib. Well,
I was going to say, she likes to hang out.
She does. She likes to hang out in there for a bit before she starts calling for me. So that's about it. We end at dinner. Lisa doesn't like to be called out. And then Heather jumps on and confronts her too, because Heather's got that issue about hearing that she told Jen, like that she was a good time girl.
Oh, yeah,
college.
so she definitely brought that up.
So she brings that up, and then we kind of end it, then that's it. We kind of end it there. So...
And I noticed she said exactly what I told you last time we talked about episode 1.
She did.
She said I would not have graduated if I had flashed in the dorm.
Exactly. There's no way she would graduate because of that. So you're right. She did mention that. So yeah, that's where we're at. So there wasn't a ton that happened, but there kind of was. It was like real easy to sum up, but yeah, just a lot of, kind of bombs dropped. I was very surprised about Meredith and her husband. And
I'm curious to see more of that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what happened.
I'm curious to see.
I can't remember what we've got looking forward to with that, but we will
get in. We will keep going. Let us know, you guys, what are your thoughts? Who's your fave so far, and who is the one you dislike the most so far? Let us know your comments and thoughts below. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure that you don't miss any of our shows, and you come back here to chit-chat about some more Salt Lake City. Yep. So we'll be back next week, guys, with episode 3 for you. All right.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye, YouTube. Bye.